cybercrime probably wasn't even a word 10 years ago. It is now. In the vulnerable world we live in, cybercrime is rising exponentially in small and mid-sized companies. One company has stood up and said, not on our watch, and that company is Xerox. You need to be able to go tell that Xerox Security story with conviction and passion. Here's the really good news. If you buy a Xerox Connect Key printer, you get the McAfee Security Partnership Standard. Here's what it means to you simply. It plays goalie. McAfee plays goalie. We use whitelist technology. What whitelist technology means simply is if it doesn't recognize the file or the function that's being sent to the printer, it will grab that and quarantine it. If it's a malware, or if it's a virus, it'll send an email to your IT person notifying them that someone has tried to breach your printer. You want some more good news? Most of our Connect Key printers have a USB port built into them so employees can bring stuff in on thumb drives that they want to print. Guess what? McAfee plays goalie there as well, because oftentimes, whether it's malicious or innocently, that's where a lot of malware and viruses get into devices, is through a thumb drive. Hey, at Xerox, we can't imagine anyone going forward with a print vendor that doesn't have a partnership with a security vendor like McAfee. So now think about your house. While it's certainly comforting to have the front door and the back door locked, what if an intruder does get in? What happens to that safe inside of your house that has all the valuables in it? At Xerox, that's how we feel about the hard drive in this machine. What happens to those images that are latent on that hard drive? At Xerox, with a feature we call Image Overwrite, we allow you to scrub the disk. We call it encryption. You can set it up for whatever interval you want. You can scrub after every single job. You can set it up to scrub that disk once a day at night perhaps, or maybe just scrub it manually after a particularly sensitive job. Probably the best testimonial that we have is most of the federal security and defense departments in Washington, D.C. utilize Xerox printers because they simply can't compromise the information that's on that hard drive. Hey, and the last piece of the security story, Xerox actually has a program that allows customers to buy back their hard drive so they can crush it or sanitize it in the manner that they see fit. We call it our hard drive retention services, and it has been received extremely well in the marketplace. Hey, if you're on a sales call and an IT manager asks you questions about security that you're not comfortable answering, it's easy. Direct them to www.xerox.com/security. Xerox did a great job of providing comprehensive information right down to the individual printer level. This talks about common criteria certification, HIPAA compliance, etc., etc. This should give your prospect all the information they need to know that they are confidently going with the right vendor if security is important to them. Hey, you need to remind prospects that a security breach inside of their organization can be devastating. Pick the vendor that stands guard at the gateway, Xerox. Let them concentrate on what they do best, and let Xerox concentrate on what we do best, provide security for their printers.